So, first deck of the evening for our meme stream is Reddit Turbofog. It's a list that somebody posted on Reddit earlier today. Apparently, it doesn't win games very quickly. So I can't imagine we'll be going to 7 games with it. I would quite like to see how it plays out, though. So the plan with the deck, apparently, as with any Turbofog deck, is take some damage. Once it would be lethal, start using cards like Root Snare and Pause for Reflection to survive. Clear the Mind lets you shuffle them back in once you cast them. Urban Utopia does double duty of fixing because the deck's technically splashing Revitalize and casting this Ill-Gotten Inheritance, while also not going into the graveyard like something like Open the Gates to be Clear the Minded back in. So once you start Clear the Minding in the late game, you're either putting card draw or fogs back into your deck, and then eventually you get them with Ill-Gotten Inheritance. Do these cards stop non-combat damage? No, so the deck's kind of cold to an Ill-Gotten Inheritance. Well, I guess our Ill-Gotten Inheritance fights their Ill-Gotten Inheritance and then they deck. But if they have more than one, I'm not sure I like that. Let's see what potential removal we have for opposing Ill-Gotten Inheritances. Return to Nature. Destroy target artifact, enchantment, exile target card from the graveyard. No. Do we have one that draws a card in this format? We don't. That's kind of awkward. We could play Broken Bond, but it needs a target and it's a sorcery. I guess we'll just hopefully dodge mono red and other decks that are playing Ill-Gotten Inheritance. Let's take it for a spin anyway, see how it goes. More just looking to play the deck for the experience. Kind of sad there's less than 48 hours left on the Pauper event. We did get up to more than 100 wins last night, so on 107 at the moment. Where is Turbofog? It's got the most mana symbols on. So let's go live with this deck. So Reddit and Turbofog. I guess we can delete our win count because we don't care about it tonight. We're just playing for fun. As ever, in Pauper, Reddit Turbofog. Cool. So what do we have here? This hand's kind of awkward. Because if we're Evolving Wilds for green for this growth spiral, we kind of have to, because Revitalizes, we have less white cards than green cards. But hopefully we draw into, well, I guess another blue source. Clear the Mind will start cycling. We don't have a fog. We'll keep 7 because it's our first time with the deck. We'll have. We probably want this to show us what's left in the deck, actually. We probably want that to show us what's left in the deck. Because we do want to cast Growth Spiral, presumably, we're going to crack this. End of turn. Don't play a mountain opponent, just play something like Golgari Guildgate, I guess. Don't know how this deck beats rat colonies. I guess you just have to get to the fog state and hope they don't have a perfect curve. Green mana. Okay, green mana elf. So that could either be good for us or very bad for us. Yep, crack this for green. Here's a Foret. So we didn't draw a land, so there's no reason to main phase this really. But we're not doing anything else. New Horizons. That's interesting. Well, we'll Growth Spiral in response. That's kind of sweet. So, then the question becomes, what do I want to do with this Evolving Wilds? Because while we do need a second blue for these secrets, I think we just get an island. Do we? We have more blue sources in the deck. I'm just going to get plains. No, don't want the swamp. That would be the worst decision. Okay, so we've drawn our first fog. What's our graveyard? 2 Evolving Wilds and a Growth Spiral. Actually, while I'm trying to fix, putting those back in the deck isn't the worst thing ever. So we're just going to clear the mind here. Okay, we drew a Revitalize. That's kind of sad. Yep, Bloom Hulk. Opponent has fairly chunky creatures. We're taking 3 damage this turn to 17. Okay, so I think we have to cast a Revitalize. We're looking for land drops. There's one. Not the colour of mana I'd prefer, but beggars can't be choosers. Yep, come at me, bro. Go to 13. Definitely not casting a Root Snare here. Yep. And a hybrid, sure. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, 2 hybrids. 4, 8, 10, 13. So we might have to... So 4, 8, 10, 13, 14. So we can Revitalize, and unless they have a pump, we can get away with not spewing off this Root Snare, which is nice. So Evolving Wilds, we're going to crack into a island at the end of their turn. Don't really know why we main phase that Revitalize, actually. But we weren't doing anything else. Yep. Also, if opponent attacks with both elves, they can't adapt to hybrid, which is nice. So, did I do my maths right? So, oh, this is adapt 4, so 10, 12. So, 10, 12, 15 damage. So we go to 1 from this attack. Yep. Good job I didn't do my maths wrong. So next turn we're going to cast a Secrets and then presumably a Root Snare. Yep, definitely crack this. Get an island. My turn. Ooh, that's interesting. Is it interesting? I have an Evolving Wilds. Don't play it. I guess we just cast Secrets first. Okay, so we've got another Root Snare now. We're going to have to cast Root Snare. I don't really want to put this Evolving Wilds into our graveyard. I'm not clear the mining anytime soon. Ooh. Yeah, we'll run out Guildgate and then we'll pass. We'll run out Guildgate and then we'll pass. I guess this is fine. What's the opponent got? Just going to go to combat? Yep. Jamming with just these. Okay, sure, whatever. Root Snare. Cool. I imagine opponent adapts anyway, because why wouldn't you? So we just need to fog every turn for the rest of the game or die. So, fun. I guess there's no reason to main phase Growth Spiral. Play out Evolving Wilds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What's our graveyard got in it? 1 Root Snare currently. Ooh, apologies for that. We'll Growth Spiral. Yep, make a land drop. So what's our graveyard looking like? It does have 1 Root Snare that we can put back in. If we clear the mind, as long as it doesn't tap both our forests, we can still Root Snare. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we're still 2 turns off from Secrets. This is fine though. Target me. Okay, Uncomfortable Chill is worse here than it might be otherwise. Pass. Just because these 3 creatures are so chunky. Yeah, Pollen Bright Druid's fine, so these are going to get bigger. I feel like if we whiff next turn, we are dead, so there is that. Yep. 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 Root Snare. I'm going to get blue mana with this Evolving Wilds, I think. I definitely think, actually. Yes, please. Where is my Island? There it is. Urban Utopia. So if this draws us a land, we get to cast Secrets, which is nice. I guess we'll put it on this Plains, why not? Because I can't imagine we're going to want to cast Ill-Gotten Inheritance. Okay, so can we cast this Urban Utopia and Secrets in one turn? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, but we have to draw land and fog as part of it. But I think that's fine. Simic Guildgate, that's not land. Okay, so we didn't draw fog, so we die. Well, that didn't go to plan. Kind of a slow start, I guess. Let's play another one. I don't know how feasible it is we end up in a lock position, to be honest. But having a good time trying. Having a good time trying. And we just exploded. Which is always sad. Fargo is our opponent for this game. What do we have here? We have some lands. We don't have 2 blue mana. We don't have mana for Revitalize. We have a pause for Reflection. This is the kind of hand I was worried about this deck producing. I guess if we draw a blue mana, we're in an okay spot. And blue is our most common colour. What else could we draw? Urban Utopia turns on these Revitalizers. We'll see what happens. I don't really like mulliganing anyway. Well, there's an Urban Utopia. So that was a good draw. That was a good draw for us. Yep, going to play Swamp. We'll put Urban Utopia on the Swamp because it makes it a functional land. We'll draw a forest, we'll pass. We'll draw a forest, we'll pass. Cool. Opponents cast just a radical idea this game so far. So I don't know what they're on. Well, they're casting it again. Oh, a Grasping Thrall's in the graveyard. So there's some sort of Orzhov control, Orzhov like mid-range deck or something. We'll play Evolving Wilds, we'll pass. We're going to Revitalize end of turn, crack Wilds into a what? If we need green, blue, blue, currently we can't make it, so I guess we'll just crack it into a island. Yep. Or we could hold it. Don't really want to, actually. Yep. Excuse me. There's an island. Draw another island. Not casting secrets yet. We've got 2 fogs. We're just going to make another Revitalize. We'll kind of run the same turn back. We'll just run the same turn back. It's possible we should be holding Evolving Wilds, but we need to get to 10 permanents, so... Yep, opponent's passing again. If this is the game where we get to set up, this is definitely going to be it. We'll get another island. We will get another island. Okay, so we draw plains. Player plains. Do I want to clear the mind this graveyard? Well, opponent conceded. Which is fair enough. Couldn't cope with no lands. Little did they know, they had all the time in the world. But still, win's a win. Cool. Next game. Next game. I like that the Pauper queues are still firing pretty rapidly, considering. Al Smartman is our opponent. Our opponent probably is the smart one for not playing this deck. So we've got a fog, we've got a secrets, we've got a clear the mind. So we can fade 1 combat step when we need to. Opponent's mulligan to 6. And they top a card, play a Guildgate. So he could be playing against spells. Probably playing against spells, to be honest. Second Guildgate. Guess it doesn't matter what land we play. Is this a weird... Oh, a divination. Okay. That's interesting. We'll play a plains. What do we have? We have 7 cards. So if we secrets, we'll be discarding. So we'll just Revitalize end of turn. Not in the business of discarding cards. Thunderdrake. Sure. We'll Revitalize. Drawing another secrets. Maybe we are casting one of these next turn. Well, there's a Root Snare. Maybe we're not casting one of these. So again, if we cast secrets, we have to discard a card, right? Yeah. Don't really want to do that. And we've got 2 fogs. We'll pass. Might be wrong. Because we do have Clear the Mind, so we're not that afraid. Sure. Sure, opponent. I imagine they have a second spell to make this Thunderdrake 3 power. Ooh, that's a nice one. So 4/5 Thunderdrake. Ooh, don't want to stop. Guess we're on a 5-turn clock before fogs. Yep. Azorius Guildgate. So. Yeah, we'll play this and we'll pass. Because I think it's... I suppose we can put these secrets back into the deck with Clear the Mind. But we just want to make sure at a point where we're digging for fogs that we're drawing as many cards as possible. But that point will be when we have 10 lands. So maybe we should start proactively digging for fogs now. These are big drakes. So we're taking 8. I suppose if we untap with 5 mana, we can cast the secrets and have a Root Snare up. Sure. Go to 14. Another consideration is that opponent could just be packing shocks in their deck. So we probably do have to Root Snare starting next turn. So let's draw 2 cards. Guildgate Growth Spiral. So... I suppose this is our land drop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we Growth Spiral and draw... So Growth Spiraling means we don't have to discard. It does mean we need to draw untapped land or risk dying to, like, triple shock or something. Well, that wasn't untapped land. Shields down, opponent. Don't kill us. Shields down, don't kill us. Double shock kills us. Weird doesn't kill us. Spellgorger Weird double shock kills us. Does Honor the God Pharaoh kill us? This is 10. It doesn't necessarily kill us, but I'd like a Revitalize. Kind of sharpish. Yep, take 10, go to 4. My turn. Yeah, so pause for reflection. So we've got fogs. We've got some fogs. We're going to start casting fogs as well. So if we're casting a fog, what do we want to do? Probably just play Epiphany. So we're not going to play this Guildgate. Does this leave up a fog? Yes. So what do we have? I mean, I don't really want lots of lands. I don't really want another secrets. Do I want to draw 1 untapped land? What does that achieve? Nothing. We'll get an Evolving Wilds. Will we? I'd like to keep that in the deck, actually, so it doesn't go in the graveyard. Now if we have 4, we can cast a snare and a second snare if something bad happens to us. Sure. Maybe we could have just bottomed everything, but no, that's fine. We'll play a swamp. We have 4 lands. We have what? Too many cards in hand, but that's fine. We'll pass. We'll discard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think we'll keep drawing lands. I don't really want to put Guildgate in my deck, so we'll ditch 1 Secrets. We're probably going to clear the mind next turn. Probably going to clear the mind. Yep, opponent gets to attack. Spell Gorge weird, and a token is coming in. This is what for? Why is opponent not attacking with these? Oh well, we'll Root Snare. We'll take our no damage. I mean, we're cold to 2 shocks, like I said, but we were cold to 2 shocks last turn, so I don't know if opponent will be in a position to really bother us. Okay, so clear the mind. Have we got a Revitalize in the bin? Only 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Opponent didn't have a counter, so we can spend 6 mana happily. I'd like to Tamiyo's Epiphany looking for a Revitalize. Does this tapping facilitate that? Yes. So none of these are a Revitalize. However, 2 of them are fogs. So then the question becomes, do we just draw some fogs and hope opponent has either no direct burn, maybe opponent's just playing Sheevan Fires and Jaya's Greetings. That would be nice. Then we're going to play Simic Guildgate tapped, so we don't have to discard. We've got 4 mana up, but no other play we want to make, so we'll pass. Opponent's opting. Yeah, sure. Your weird can get big as you like. Not concerned about the size of your weird, opponent. Not concerned about the size of your weird. Shock face, that's a problem. Does that mean they've hit the second shock? Maybe we should have bottomed both looking for Revitalize. But I mean, we didn't die on end step. So hopefully we still have a chance to hit Revitalize. We're going to play Root Snare again because we've got 2. We have access to 2. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hopefully we draw a land. Land or Revitalize. Untapped land or Revitalize. That is neither. It actually doesn't have to be an untapped land, it just has to be a 10th permanent. That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Secrets for 3 cards. Give me a Revitalize. No. Okay then. I would need to discard down to 7 at end of turn if I wasn't going to put all these cards back in my library. Does this give us a shock? If we do, actually. 1, 2, 3. Yes, it does. Me. Then we haven't cracked the Evolving Wilds yet. We draw an island, sure, whatever. What we're passing. So, does opponent just have a shock here? Sheevan firing their own creature. They're just digging for a shock. And the question is, who gets there first, them or me? Them or me. They only have 3 shocks. We have 4 Revitalizers at a smaller... not a smaller deck, actually. Well, they bottomed, so we're not dead. I don't really want to put lands back in my deck, but I feel like we might need our fogs. So, goodbye, island. Goodbye, island. Opponent plays an island. Sure, we'll see what opponent wants to attack with. We'll pause for reflection because it costs more. Yep. We'll crack this Wild's End of turn. I'd like some more blue mana, I guess. I'd like some more blue mana. The opponent's thinking, please don't shock me. Blink of an eye targeting profit. Sure. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Ooh, a burning profit. Sure thing. Yeah, Thunder Drake triggers happen. Burning Prophet resolves. And we'll crack this. Yes, please. Because again, minor effect on percentages, but I just want to draw a Revitalize. I really just want to Revitalize deck. What have I done to deserve this? It's not even a particularly strong Clear the Mind. But we've not got anything else going on. Well, there's another Evolving Wilds. We'll just sit this in play, and then we'll pass. So once again, we're relying on opponent not hitting Shock, because Shock is lethal. We let opponent attack into us. Once again, we're going to cast Pause for Reflection, because it costs one more. Maybe I shouldn't have spewed off that Clear the Mind. We're going to need to put some fogs back at some point. We've got 2 more draw steps before we have to start worrying. Opt is slightly concerning. Resolve everything. Resolve everything. Yup. Well, they topped, so Divination's pretty good. I thought top was going to mean we were dead. It's a lot of triggers. That's an awful lot of triggers. Bottom. If they top at any point, we're just dead. So they're also seeing more cards than us, which is kind of unfortunate. We brick off again. Okie doke. We have 11 lands and 41 cards, so it feels like we're kind of flooded. But I mean, what can you do? What can you do? Oh yeah, sorry. I'll take damage. Well, I won't take damage, more accurately. Well, Tamiyo's Epiphany. There we go. Come on, deck. 1, 2, 3, 4. Epiphany. So, don't want Growth Spiral, don't want Planes, do want Secrets, do want Clear the Mind. So we're going to play an island. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana available. So definitely casting Secrets. There's the Revitalize. So 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. So we'll pass. If we don't need... So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 mana. So we're going to cast a Root Snare. I don't think we're casting Growth Spiral this turn. We are going to Clear the Mind on our turn. We are going to Clear the Mind on our turn. Opponent goes for Shock. Let me respond. Revitalize. Ooh, okay. Resolve all. So now we're protected from another shock, so we just need to start drawing some more fogs. My turn. Secrets of the Golden City. Cool. So what do we have in the yard? We have 3 fogs. So we definitely want to put them back first. Yep. That's not a fog. Tamiyo's Epiphany lets us see 4 cards, then draw 2. How much money do we have? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can't cast... Oh, well. 10. So we can cast both and hit any fogs we find. So we'll lead on Epiphany. So Root Snare, Pause for Reflection, bottom 2 land, done. Okay, so we've hit some fogs. We're going to not play Evolving Wilds because we've already played a land this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess we could draw 3 cards. That would make us discard. I guess we'll just main phase Growth Spiral. Yeah, sure. We'll put this island onto the battlefield, and then we'll pass. Cool. Pass to attackers. Pause for Reflection. Cool. Divination, sure. So opponent has 2 shocks left in their deck. So as long as we can keep hitting fogs, we're pretty okay. We're not going to cast this Clear the Mind until after we've cast this Root Snare. Because reasons. And also we want there to be the Root Snare in the deck for us to draw. My lands are so tiny. How many lands left? 9 lands in the deck still. My turn. So there's another fog, so we don't have to worry about that. We'll cast Secrets. That's pretty good. So we've got to Clear the Mind in hand now. What's the deck got in it? The graveyard got in it, sorry. Those are all pretty reasonable cards. We'll run out the forest. Ooh, we've got Urban Utopia, which does very little, so we'll cast it. We'll stick it on this Evolving Wilds. I think that's probably actually going to make my life much harder. Oh no, we've got the Auto Tapper. We've got the Auto Tapper. Growth Spiral. We'll cast Tamiyo's Epiphany. We're just looking for our ill-gotten inheritance. That's not any of these cards, but I'm not putting 2 fogs on top. 2 fogs and then we'll draw Epiphany. Sure. Cool. And then Epiphany's on top. We should cast Growth Spiral. Because we don't have to discard if we Growth Spiral. We'll play this Evolving Wilds. We have 2, 3, 4 mana up, so we're not casting anything else. So opponent has 2 shocks left in their deck, which based on what we've seen so far, I'm assuming is their only burn. Do they have both of them here? Are we about to die because we didn't see another Revitalize? I guess opponent might just be scrying to, ooh, they topped. Hopefully that's a divination and we're not just dead. Well, if opponent found it, they found it. GG. Opponent is attacking. I'm going to use Root Snare here. Because we have infinite mana. No. Oh, actually, I guess it doesn't matter. Because we have the Evolving Wilds with a enchantment on it. Yep. Yep. Sure. So it's still not dead. Still not dead. Yup. So what's in our deck? Lots of cards that draw cards, and then an ill-gotten inheritance. My turn. So I'm going to Epiphany first. Am I? Yes. So there's a Revitalize that I'd like to have. I'd like to have that Root Snare as well, so we'll draw those 2. So we're now safe from the last shock, which is nice. We're not going to cast it in case opponent has last shock in hand. We are going to leave 2 mana up for the rest of the game, though. Draw a card off Urban Utopia, so that's a second Revitalize. Maybe we just try and bait it, because I'd like to draw another card. That's a forest. Make our land drop. What's in the yard? So, opponent concedes because we've got the fog. We got the fog lock. So 2 and 1 with Turbofog. The games aren't taking as long to play out as I thought they would. But again, opponent was quite forthcoming in just exploding. So that's fair enough. That is fair enough. Keldart is our opponent. What do we have here? Got a Growth Spiral, Uncomfortable Chill, Secrets, Clear the Mind, Revitalize. Doesn't really have a fog. It doesn't really have much going on. I think this might be a mulligan. Although we do get several draw steps. And we can cast Growth Spiral on 2. We'll keep it. I don't want to go down on cards. We'll just keep this. We'll just keep this. So, opponent, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? Yep, it's a mountain. It's a Spear Spewer. This creature is a problem. what can we do against Spewer? End up like revitalizing? I feel like we might not be in the best shape this game. But if we do die, we'll die quickly, so then we can get onto another game. 19 all though. I'd say the advantage bar is even 16. Well then, that's rude. So, we are going to grow Spiral end of turn because I'd like to hit a land. Urban Utopia turns on Revitalize though. So it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Yep. I'd quite like Grow Spiral to hit a land so we can play Urban Utopia and hopefully hit another. Opponent passed. We draw. There you are. We missed you last game. So Simic Guildgate. Urban Utopia is our only play anyway. We'll stick it on this forest. Draw a card. Spear Spewer puts us to 14. Shock puts us to 12. Lava Runner now has 2 power. We do draw an island. So if this inheritance wasn't on top of the library, we would have got to live the dream. Radiating Lightning. The aggressive man's Cosmotronic Wave. Well, the aggressive person's Cosmotronic Wave, I suppose. We're taking 3. So we die to any 3-point burn spell. I think, though, if we are going to win this game, it starts with opponent having nothing. So we're going to play out Inheritance, hope we survive to untap, then Revitalize and go from there. But it might be we just die to like this plus a shock or something. Not dead. Pretty close to dead. If we draw a Fog, we're okay. Well, okay again is relative. Or another Revitalize. Well, that wasn't a Fog or a Revitalize. Uncomfortable Chill lets us survive a turn. So we can Revitalize and Uncomfortable Chill, actually. Okay. We're going to Uncomfortable Chill, so let's pass. So we're back at 5. We're back at 5. We have more life than I thought we might. Yep. Your attacks. So uncomfortable right now. Fog, draw a card. What a busted card. Sure. Okay, secrets. You're really clogging my hand up right now. How many permanents do we actually have? 3, 6, 7. So secrets cast like this is fine. Didn't hit a Fog. Didn't hit anything. Opponent's hitting for 6. We have what the French like to say, dick all. So we will be exploding. 22. 2-2 even. I'm bad at numbers. Alright, let's play game 5. To be fair, if we keep losing, we might get a 7 game set in at this rate. We might get a 7 win. So what do we have here? Some Clear the Mines, Root Snare. If we crack Wilds for Forest, we basically have perfect mana, because we're not usually going to cast Ill-Gotten Inheritance anytime soon. Does put the Evolving Wilds into our graveyard, but beggars can't be choosers. Ooh, black mana. Why do you ask me this? I'd like one of these. Lovely. So, Plains, go ahead. Yep. Well, that's the problem. We need... I don't know if we have time to get into Fogs mode. We need to start drawing some Foggerinos. We're not fogging next turn. I don't want my mana to be tapped. So as much as it pains me to have to clear the mine 2 Evolving Wilds back in, I think that's might be what ends up happening. We'll go and get... We don't ever really need 2 green mana, right? And I guess Growth Spiral. We'll get a second green. Yes. I will take 3. If opponent stumbles on mana for a couple of turns, that would be nice. But, ooh, Uncomfortable Chill. Next turn, is next turn the turn to cast Uncomfortable Chill? I mean, probably. I should probably think about the rats, actually. Ooh. Ooh, so we can Growth Spiral and Uncomfortable Chill. That's kind of nice. Yes. I mean, it saves us a bit of life. I don't know if it actually makes a difference in the grand scheme of things, but it does mean we've drawn 2 cards deeper towards fogs. And at the end of the day, that's what we're all about, drawing cards deeper to fogs. So, does this work? Yeah, we Growth Spiral, put an island in. Can't put a Guildgate in, because I'd like to save some... Does it matter, actually? Well, we've done it now. So this is the world we live in. Go to 17, opponent has 20 power. Ill-gotten inheritance deciding to make an appearance at a bad time again. What's in the yard? I don't really want to cast a Clear the Mind as the thing. I guess, is there anything we'd cast main phase if we drew it off Growth Spiral? Potentially. We haven't made a land this turn, so we get to go and then pass. And then we have to fog. Opponents go attack with the rats. We're going to Root Snare. No, thank you. Also, the mono black variant. Ooh, pause for reflection. Okay. So, we need to start drawing the card draw. I'm not too uncomfortable now there's some stuff in the yard. Casting 1 Clear the Mind. Just to turn this into a different card. Secrets was a good hit. Not enough of a psychopath to just cast Secrets hoping to spike a land Root Snare. Yep. So, that's interesting. Because we don't have a fog, but we do have a fog, but we're still just going to pass, because Revitalize puts us to, oh no, exactly 20, so we die. So we're casting a fog anyway, so ignore me. Cool. We are going to cast Revitalize first, though, because if we hit a second one, this is the turn to do it. That's not a Revitalize, but it is a fog that makes me happier about my life. Yeah, I thought opponent might play another rat if they drew it. Shame. Urban Utopia. What are we on? 6 permanents. Sure, whatever. Put it on the forest. Draws us a Guildgate. So we can cast secrets. Wait. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 5 mana. So we could either Clear the Mind, Root Snare. It does put 2 fogs back in our deck. And a Secrets and a Revitalize. Yes, we're doing that. And we draw a fog. Cool. Because if we draw a land, I'd really like to Ascend. And it feels spewy to not do it with Ascend. Feels real spewy to not do it with Ascend. Yep, Burn's coming in. Here's a Root Snare for your troubles. Lando, sure. Draw a Guildgate. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, do we have 10 already? No, I'm just bad at counting. Now we have 10. So our options are Ill-Gotten Inheritance and Pause for Reflection, which I think we might do because we've got a fog. We need secrets to draw us to a fog, but this means Inheritance pings. And I mean, we have to do this 20 times, so that's where we're at. Pause for Reflection. Yep. So Uncomfortable Chill, does that do anything? So it gives our opponent 5 4-power rats. That's actually fantastic. Okay. Ooh, and we drew some other cards. Cool. Right, so we'll play Urban Utopia because we're just casting Yes, because we're either casting Uncomfortable... What does Vicious Rumors do? Can Vicious Rumours do a point of damage? Because if it can, maybe 21 life isn't enough. EU deals 1 damage to each opponent. So 5 rats, all at 4 power is 20. I think we're just going to cast Pause for Reflection because I'm not a madman. Unfortunately. Yeah. So having said that, what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. If opponent doesn't draw another rat, maybe we'll be okay. Opponent's going to attack us. So these rats are coming in. We don't have another fog, so we need to make the most of the cards in our hand. I don't think opponent has Vicious Rumours. If they do, it's going to be pretty entertaining. So we're at 1. Don't have it. Please. Please, opponent. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so we got some value there. Play a swamp. We'll save this Utopia till we start... No. What's in the graveyard? I guess we'll cast Revitalize first. So we drew an Evolving Wilds. We're going to put Utopia on Evolving Wilds next turn. We're going to be casting one of these. We don't want to clear the mind this turn. So we'll just pass. Duress. Good job we have 2 of these fogs. Hopefully the opponent doesn't have double Duress. Or we'd be in the problems. Maybe they take clear the mind if they know we have double Duress. Double fog. I don't think they do. They probably just take one of the fogs. Sure. Think about what you've done. Yep. Fog. Epiphany. Epiphany's like a fog. Evolving Wilds. Utopia on... no, cancel. We might want 3 cards on top, right? Yeah. Epiphany, so we don't want any of these, but we do want the Root Snare. Ooh, and a Clear the Mind. Cool, so what's in here? Fogs for days. Alright, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So we can play Utopia or Clear the Mind and a Root Snare, and I think that's what we're doing. So Urban Utopia on Evolving Wilds. Draws a Pause for Reflection. If opponent draws Duress, we die, so we'll hold off on Clear the Mind now. And we'll cast Pause for Reflection and shuffle all this stuff back in. Yep. 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 Boom. So we drew another Epiphany. A lot of our fogs are in the bin at this point, so we're going to Clear the Mind ourselves. Do we want to do it after casting the Epiphany, actually? Probably. Do I want any of these cards? Well, I mean, I'll take the Epiphany, actually. Because that will be good after we cast this Clear the Mind. Yeah, Don't Hate Land gets land out our deck. 13 remaining. No. Yes. Clear the Mind me. Drew as a Growth Spiral. How much mana do we have open? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No reason not to Growth Spiral. Technically no reason not to Growth Spiral, but we'll pass and do it end of turn. We'll just pass and do it end of turn. Opponent's getting in Root Snare. There's another one. Lovely jubbly. That's a land. We'll play a land. We'll play Epiphany. Revitalize. Revitalize. I don't think actually there's any point because we're not going to get to a high enough life total to survive rat colonies. Ooh, that was good though. What do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. We'll cast a Secrets. Can't play this Evolving Wilds. Got to Clear the Minds. We'll wait till some fogs are in the bin. Pass. 15 turns to go. That's all it takes. 15 turns to defeat an opponent. Sure. Coming in, cast a pause for reflection. Take my turn. Yeah. Play Evolving Wilds. So what's in the bin? 1 fog, 2 fogs, and some card draw. I think we'll wait for 1 more fog to end up in the graveyard. For now, 1 more fog. Yes. Root Snare. Cool. I've cast my Root Snare. Yeah? Cool. That could have been awkward if I hadn't. Land, clear the mind, me. Draw Epiphany, cast Epiphany. Don't want any of these. Do want that. Cool. Could cycle this now. Any reason to... Not when we're going down to like 5 lands. So, opponents now considering how highly they value their own time. Ooh, that's interesting. We could be... I was going to say we could be in danger of bricking. Luckily, we do not appear to be in danger of bricking. I mean, if we don't draw some card draw anytime soon, we could be in danger. We could end up in danger. But for now, I suppose we actually have the ability to pop Ill-Gotten Inheritance, right? Because we have a swamp and we have this Evolving Wilds. So we only really need to get opponent down to 4. Yep. Yep. Opponent is sending a message. Alright, Growth Spiral. I guess we'll put Forest onto the battlefield. We'll play out this Evolving Wilds. What have we got in the bin? Some pretty reasonable cards. If opponent draws a Duress, that could be kind of awkward, so I think we clear the mind now. Cycle Revitalize. Cycle Growth Spiral. Cycle Revitalize. Cycle Revitalize? Yeah. And we still have Root Snare. Well, we're not casting anything now. Not casting anything now. Yep. So we're kind of in a scary spot. We need to draw something now. Okay, we drew a Root Snare. Growth Spiral. Okay, we drew a Plains. I'm not going to play a land, but I am going to be kind of uncomfortable. I am going to be kind of uncomfortable. Because we could be about to brick off. I mean, we only have 6 lands in our deck, but that is not 0 lands. So... we bricked off. Jeez. Well, don't think there was anything we could have done there. It just goes to show that Turbofog doesn't always get there. Alright, we'll play one more game with the deck. We're coming up on an hour of Turbofog. That's about as long as most decks would normally get. Not in the mood to play it all evening. Got some other decks I want to get to. Got some other decks I want to get to tonight. So let's see what we've got. Ooh, Melka's our opponent. Melka is our opponent. And we have a hand here of cards. Once again, more Clear the Minds than Fogs. We've got Uncomfortable Chill, we've got Revitalize to get us through the first couple of turns. We're probably going to cycle Clear the Mind at least one once we've cast them both. So on the draw, I'll keep it. Don't know if we'll be able to add to our 2-3 record, but again, we're turn 0, so that's just me being a pessimist. Perhaps it's always me being a pessimist. Right, that's a plains. This is a mono white. Indeed. We'll play plains. I guess we'll play blue mana next. Sure. Well, there's a fog. So that's a start. That's the start of good things for us. I suppose one of the benefits of mono white if they don't play auras is Uncomfortable Chill just gets to be an extra fog. So there is that. So I suppose we functionally have more fogs if all their creatures are kind of dinky. Ooh, okay. So I'm not casting Uncomfortable Chill, definitely not casting Uncomfortable Chill. Definitely not casting Clear the Mind. I think this is a turn we can take off to cast Urban Utopia. We'll put it on the plains, because this gives us our second blue, gives us our white, gives us our black. Evolving Wilds. Evolving Wilds. Dwarven Priest. Well, larger than your average white creature. Does still only have 2 power, though. So we're at 19. Even with an Inspiring Charge, we take what? 6, 10 to 9. Do we want to Epiphany? We discard if we Epiphany. Do I mind discarding? I kind of mind discarding. I don't... I think we still cast it, though. I'd like some non-evolving wilds lands. Ooh, okay. So, Guildgate... no, Island, Epiphany, Guildgate. Actually, Island, Epiphany, bottom these Guildgates. Yes. That is a strong plan. Discard a card. I don't really want to, but it's going to have to be... one of these Clear the Minds. Because we're going to put one back in anyway. We do want to keep making land drops. Right, Candlelit Vigil's a problem. So 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, not a huge problem, actually. Not a huge problem. So, we're going to have... So what are our options this turn? 4, 5, 6, 7. Now a potential Inspired Charge is lethal, so I want to be able to leave a fog up. If I'm leaving a fog up, I'd like to be able to Uncomfortable Chill their attack if they don't charge. So we'll just go for Revitalize, Uncomfortable Chill, and pass. That's the plan here. 5 mana from our opponent now. Don't imagine it unlocks anything new in a mono white deck, unless they're playing Blessed Light, which I've seen in some lists. Which is actually kind of gross against our win condition that isn't milling. Just means we have to not brick for longer. You know what? I'm just going to take 2, and then we're going to cast Growth Spiral this turn. Although with opponent gaining a load of life, actually, maybe the mill plan is how we're going to end up winning this game if we win. That's awkward. Urban Utopia. Put a land card onto the battlefield. Yes. I guess we're going to crack it. I can't imagine a turn where we'd need white and black mana. We've got all our other colour requirements sorted, so we'll get a plains in case we want to revitalize twice in one turn. Because the Urban Utopia plains makes the only black we need for Ill-Gotten Inheritance. Cool, so there's a plains, so we're casting... We're not casting a plains, we don't cast lands here. That was me being bad at vocabulary. So we've got fogs. We're only taking 7 next turn anyway. But once again, I guess if we hit a land off Epiphany, we don't have to discard, and I would like to play a land. So what do we have here? We have a Root Snare, we have 2... See, I'd like to draw all these cards. I'd like... But if we do... I guess we can cast these looking for lands even without 10 permanents. Sure. I guess we have another Urban Utopia we could cast as well. Although we're not going to cast it this turn, are we? I guess if opponent's attack isn't lethal, we can always end of turn Growth Spiral. So that's fine. Cool. So opponent's thinking, Are they thinking? Oh yeah, they're thinking in my end step. What could they have? Do they have some sort of combat trick? Luckily, apart from Inspired Charge, combat tricks tend to just be +2/+2, so I could allow one to get past me. And they're not going to have any reach, so this is fine. We'll take, we'll go to 3, we're going to Growth Spiral. Let's see what we get. Growth Spiral draws us the secrets that we know is on top of our library. There's the other secrets. We're going to cast one of them because we'd like to draw land. Opponent has something. What opponent has I couldn't tell you. Could not tell you. Well, Evolving Wilds, basically the saddest thing in the world. I guess if we cast Evolving Wilds, we can play Urban Utopia on it, which is fine, actually. What's in our graveyard? Ooh, not a deck. Sorry, library. Some draw spells. We haven't cast any fogs yet, so I don't really want to be Clear the Minding. Island, sure. Can't play a land. Only got 3 mana. Gonna have to fog. I suppose we can just discard Revitalize, because being at 6 life doesn't matter. And it'll get shuffled back in with Clear the Mind. Invoke the Divine. Well, they do have ways to kill our ill-gotten inheritance, so this is fine. Sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is okay still. This is acceptable. If they have another one... Oh, we're not in trouble. We just cast Root Snare in response. Root Snare. Yep. I'm a Blook. Well, I'm a... Not Blook, but I'm not taking any damage. That's where I was going with that. Are we Clear the Minding yet? We have... Still only have 1 fog in the graveyard. So we'll play Simic Guildgate. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 permanents now. Secrets draws us 3 cards. I do like drawing cards. Yep, so fogs for days. Don't particularly want to discard Island at end of turn. I think I'll just discard a Clear the Mind, because everything's going back in anyway. Invoke the Divine. Rude. We've got the City's Blessing now, though. It's not going to stop us doing anything. And at least they cycle. It's not like the Evolving Wilds themselves are going into the deck. We are, however, going to have to deck our opponent, which could take us longer than I want. We'll cast Pause for Reflection because it costs more. Alright, let's speed these turns. No blocks. My turn. So we draw a card, we draw a Pause for Reflection, we'll play a land, we have fogs, we'll pass. We'll cast this, we'll pass. We've drawn secrets, we'll play a land, we'll cast secrets. We'll draw another fog, snap past turn. Cast Pause for Reflection. We'll draw another fog, so we'll play a land, we'll pass turn. Okay, any card draw that we draw from this point, we're going to hold for after Clear the Mind. It's like this Tamiyo's Epiphany, you might want to cast it. I actually don't. I want to cast it after we've shuffled all these fogs back in. Because we need to then dig to more fogs. Because we need to chain 41 turns worth of fogs. As you do. As you do. Root Snare go. Do I want to cast Growth Spiral? Don't particularly want it back in my deck at the point that I'm casting this Epiphany. Knight's Pledge resolves. Root Snare. At least playing against Mono White, you know all your fogs are good. At least you know all of your fogs are good. My turn. That's a growth spiral. Sure. Pass turn. Yep. Urban Utopia. No, we don't do that. What we do is clear the mind me. Because I'd like to put my fogs back. That's not a fog. Let's Epiphany. Don't want this, don't want this, don't want this, do want the fog. Cool, there's another clear the mind. So what do we have here? Epiphany and clear the mind. We'll play an island. We know our deck's full of fogs, so we don't mind running this back out. There's an Epiphany. Deck's still full of fogs, so we'll draw to some more. Ooh, I'll take those 2 cards. Well, we got too greedy, and we killed ourselves. Well then. Maybe opponent doesn't see it. Obviously, we could keep going if opponent didn't just kill us. Well, enjoy your win, opponent. Hope you didn't have your 15 wins for the stained glass styles. We had a while left to go in that game. Well. So, the Reddit Turbofog deck. I'm calling it the Reddit Turbofog deck. I should get the user's name. What was the user's name? Who posted it? Bobchops. Bobchops posted this fantastic list. Despite trying to change some things to start with, I think it is probably the best it's going to be in War of the Spark, Magic the Gathering Arena, Standard Pauper. It was a blast to play. We got kind of, I guess, 1 win from the, I guess 2 wins. We got 2 wins. And if we had kind of maybe held some draw spells in the Rat Colony game, we could maybe have got there. And then again in the last game, we just tapped too low because we were excited to be drawing to fogs again. I just didn't pay attention to my mana base and that killed us. So yeah, would recommend playing if you're into misery for both yourself and your opponent.